Let's just move on.
All right, what about you?
Yeah.
This was very interesting. It actually inspired me. I think I'm going to start my own podcast now after being on here.
On,
I really Yes.
right.
I had a good time. I just don't. I feel like you need to respect some people's opinions a little bit better. Also,
Which opinion in particular?
Call him out. Yeah, tell him to his face.
Call him out.
What do you mean?
Sure. Go ahead.
I mean, just in general, you should just respect people.
Which opinion?
What do you mean?
Yeah, come on, say it.
These fucking people here in the chat, man.
What opinion did they not respect that got you mad? Which opinion?
First of all, being 40, you call me a grandma at 40 years old. Like, bitch, like seriously, if you see me in person, I look 40 years old. Like you don't even see how I look.
Like, they end up losing because they're paying for it.
So you didn't like that they called you a grandma?
And I don't like this real shit.
So they didn't like you. You didn't like that they called you a grandma? Okay.
Like I'm not a grandma. Like, oh my God. 40 is not like.
Yo, nigga
Let's talk Beyonce, Alicia Keys,
that nigga said fried
Kim
ass eggs.
Kardashian, all the baddest women right now in the game are 40 years old. Like seriously. So fuck out
Nigga said fried eggs.
Anyway, Google Destiny Campbell. I'm a realtor. If you need
That
any
nigga
real
said
estate.
fried eggs, my nigga. That's just hilarious.
All right, man.
You like eggs? You like eggs?
So you didn't like that the chat had a different opinion on your age, I guess.
Yeah, I mean because because I don't look at my age. Age is just a number. Age is a number. I'm not a grandmother. Like what the fuck?
All right, so
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But anyways, I like the show. If you're in the Miami area, I'm a realtor. I can get you a good deal on some property.
Oh
and
my
stuff like
God.
that. Plug Destiny Campbell. Google me.
Nigga said, go to bed, granny.
It's the same loser that's doing that. Like if you'd see me in public, you wouldn't even. Please, you couldn't even step to me. You loser
He
ass.
said Kim K looks 28, but you look 59.
I look 59. Do not look 59, bitch ass. Go to my Instagram, 6gal, 6IXXGAL.
Yeah.
I don't look 59.
all right, so I mean,
Girls
like,
got triggered about age, man.
yeah.
No, women we don't like that, especially when we look good. Like age is a number. Like don't be playing me. Don't be playing me. You don't even know.
It is fair to say though that a
40
woman's is tied to her age to some degree.
No, I don't.
You don't
I
think
don't
so?
agree. I'm not gonna name drop into people I date and stuff like that.
you're mine.
And I've been.
Go ahead, man.
I'm not gonna talk my personal business. I don't have a problem meeting
fine.
men.
You don't. No, I understand that, but that doesn't change the fact, right, that in general men prefer younger women. Between 18 to 24 typically tends to be like the main age range that men go for.
I totally disagree. I totally disagree with
That's
that.
a fact. That's not even my opinion.
No,
Men universally find women between 18 to 24 is the most attractive. They've done studies on this.
I mean, that's your opinion. Again, that's like I said. I don't agree with people's opinions.
That's a fact. I'm telling you. It's like men universally prefer women between 18 to 24. Now, are there anomalies? Of course. You mentioned a bunch of them. But in general, men prefer younger women. It's always been that way. Think about it. Why has it been since the beginning of time that women say, don't ask a lady her age?
Yeah, but the thing is, I never tell anybody my age. The thing is because you know my age, but people I date don't even know. Well, obviously now they do. People don't know my age.
You're single. They know your age, but they want.
Yeah. They don't know my age. People don't know my age.
You're not a truth girl.
You're missing the point. Okay.
Don't laugh.
You do understand, right? Like you said, for example, I don't look my age, right? And then we have
I
phrases.
don't tell people my age.
That's fine. You
So
don't tell
that I
people
don't
your
have an
age,
issue.
but you also said I don't look my age. Cool. And then you also said, shit. There was one of the thing. Oh, there's this phrase: "Don't ask a lady her age." Right? Why is that? Why is it taboo to ask a woman her age? Like it's because
you talk this bullshit that age is a problem. That's why we don't want it, because then you prejudge us. No, because it's all based on if you want to have
before
children.
we even made a podcast. That was before us.
this has been going on since the beginning of time.
Centuries, man.
No, because people, especially, and it goes mostly, I would have to say,
go to
to
bed,
white
man.
people.
Just go to
Because
bed,
they
bro.
age.
Look at mine.
A white
God.
woman and a black woman are totally different, and that's where all this age shit comes from.
You look.
Because they prefer someone that looks younger.
Since the beginning of time, a woman's age has mattered to men because a woman that's younger is more fertile. Men, this is
it's
just
the
what it
fertile.
is.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Besides that, there's nothing else.
Well, they have less baggage. I don't even like
There's a multitude of reasons why men prefer younger women. Just like women want men that are older that make more money, men look at women and they look at them like, I want a girl that has Women want a man with a future. Men want a woman that doesn't have a past. And the younger she is, the less of a past she's going to have. This is just biology. I get it. I don't look my age. That's fantastic, but that does not refute the fact that men universally want women that are younger.
Yeah. And we want men with bigger. Why? It's the same shit. So
okay, cool. That's fine.
So, but we can't get everything we want.
Okay, but notice how I'm not arguing with you that women prefer men that have bigger. I'm not even arguing with you on that.
I'm talking about the people in that with the small.
But you're trying to argue with me that men want younger women. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Like, yes, it is a fact that women prefer men that have bigger.
But I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem meeting men and a lot of men.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay. You do realize earlier for a second that you broke up with your guy being narcissistic, right? You do realize the entire argument you made was a narcissistic argument, right?
Right now?
Just now. Precisely.
Get her.
I don't know about that.
Who's that clock?
I stated an objective fact, and you took what I said and you attributed it to yourself, and you've been doing that the entire time.
Because
so are you sure you're not a narcissist too?
She is, man.
Let's just technically the podcast right here. You're a little toxic.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
I can't be honest. I'm not going to be bullshitting like some of these people on here. I keep it real, you know.
Listen, hey.
So
I'm working through it.
Because that's a narcissist. Okay, so too then.
I'm not a narcissist.
You literally just did what you did was a complete narcissist tangent right there.
You are.
Yeah. I told you, for example. And this is the example I love to use with women because you guys don't understand how you guys sound sometimes. No offense. If I tell you world hunger is a problem and there's hungry people all over the world, right? Or you told me that actually, excuse me. You told me there's hungry people out there, people starving, etc. World hunger is a problem. And then I told you and I said, no, it's not because I ate today and everybody that I know eats. Wouldn't that be a ridiculous thing to say?
Because you said there's a world problem.
You tell me.
Hunger's a world problem.
No, you tell me.
You say hunger's a world problem.
No, there's world hunger and it's a problem, right? Right? You tell me. World hunger's a problem. It's a global issue. There's a bunch of people all over the world that don't eat and can't eat. And then I responded to you and I said, instead of acknowledging what you said, I responded and said, it ain't a problem. I ate today and all my boys ate today. We good. Wouldn't that be a ridiculous thing to say?
I don't think it's the same thing. It's not the same situation. It's not the same situation. It's absolutely not. Like you're not going to talk about.
Okay, let's rewind real quick.
You're talking about dating and then starvation.
I was using an analogy. I was using an analogy.
Some things you just can't.
I was using an analogy.
And I just don't.
It's literally the same exact thing. I told you that men universally prefer younger women. That's a fact. Then you went ahead and said, "Well, I don't have a problem dating."
No, because you make it like I don't have a problem being desired. So, and I'm not gonna make you put that out there. There's tons of beautiful women over 40 to put a negative connotation on us because we're over 40 years old. And I'm sure many people that are over 40 are gonna agree. I'm a little stuttering and stuff.
It's not even about stuttering. It's like this is crazy. Literally, I tell you a fact. Well, that doesn't affect me. That's the same exact thing I told you. Where world hunger exists, it doesn't affect me. That's a thing to say. I would hope if you told me that world hunger exists and I said, well, all my friends eat, I would hope you would tell me you're a fucking moron, because I am a moron for saying that. I'm a fucking, with all due respect, what you just said is yeah, men prefer younger women. That is a fact. That is completely outside of you being able to find dates. You can find dates all you want. Cool, fantastic. However, that does not refute.
Like seriously, girl, like
sound like you hate women.
Yeah, exactly. Like facts.
It's giving mommy issues at this point. Shit is sick.
All right.
No, he's just
say.
Okay, okay, what did I say that was incorrect?
Like, I'm not saying that if you're right or wrong. I'm just saying, do you hate women? That's just a blank question.
How
do you hate women?
How did you even come to that conclusion for me stating an objective fact?
Everything has to do with, like, us or probably trying to put us down or gaslight us for whatever we say. Like, even that. Like,
Okay, so I stated an objective fact. How is that?
No, part of
you
his
haven't
answer,
said one thing about men ever on this fucking podcast.
Yeah, because they're all the
ever
men in the comments.
Hold on.
I'm just saying, do you
two
hate
shows,
women?
right? One for the guys and one for the girls.
Oh, of course, I understand
you can't say that because you didn't see the other show.
I'm just saying on the podcast in general, like everything just kind of surrounds
I mean,
negatively putting
So
women
okay,
down.
look. If I said something along the lines of most men are bumbling that are right? Notice how none of the guys in the room are getting angry. Most of the chat would actually agree. We got almost 20,000 people watching, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to sit here and be like, it's giving you hate men vibes. Why? Because men have the ability to independently think and realize, that is pretty factual. I can divorce my feelings from an objective fact versus you're doing a behavior. You sound like you hate women because you said that men prefer younger women. What if I said,
I'm not talking about the age.
Hold on. What
I'm
if
not
I said
referring to age.
women
I don't
prefer?
think you were incorrect when it came to that. I never
So
said
then
you were
what is
incorrect.
the
My question in
what
general
is
is
where
just,
did you
do
get
you hate
the
women?
She was
what
just
makes you
saying,
think
Why
I
are
hate
you
women?
trying to answer a question with the question?
What made okay, so since you're making an accusation,
since
you're making an accusation,
I
what
didn't
did I
accuse
say?
you of anything.
No,
You
you
could
said
say
you
yes
sound
or
like you hate
no.
women.
You could say yes or no.
You said you sound like you
can
hate
say yes or
women.
no. If you don't, then fine. It was just a question.
His religion is
Questions.
so he's gonna have a certain ideal of how women's places because it stems from how he is. It stems from how he.
Anyway, so what did I say that would lead you to think that I hate?
It was a question. It was a question.
No,
like,
but you asked for a
can
reason.
answer.
Because he
You
was
asked
just
for a reason.
Yeah, because I already said it.
Hold on,
I already technically
Because
said
you asked
it
a
already.
rhetorical question. I'm not stupid. The way you phrased it was clearly rhetorical and sarcastic. Cool. You're gonna make that inference that I hate. I'm asking you what prompted you to ask that question. That rhetorical question, by the way.
Like, for example,
Go ahead.
when it comes to the age, you're not wrong about that. I'm not saying you're incorrect when it comes to that in general, but usually everything surrounds like more of negative side. Like everything is more on the negative side when it comes to the topics about women, what we speak on. There's not one thing that we said in here that has anything to do with like positivity in women. That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, by default, I would ask, do you like hate women?
Well,
or do you
remember,
have a fixated
do you remember how this
negativity towards
conversation even
women?
started?
It
I'll tell
started
you
from
how.
her
The chat
age.
criticized
It started
her
from
age.
her age.
The chat criticized her
We're
age. Then
talking
she
about the
said,
granny thing. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, they
We're
called
trying
her.
to- just
And
stupid.
then she responded.
My entire point is just there is not one thing said in here positive about women. That's the only reason why I asked.
So are you asking the chat or are you asking?
He's asking.
Him.
She's him. It's him. She's asking directly.
I mean, what do you want me to like just sit here and uplift you guys? I don't like. I thought like, and that's the problem.
There
Like,
has to be a duality. No one's saying that.
yo,
No
this
one's saying
is what I'm trying to say.
There
like,
has
yo,
to be a duality.
like, this is the
There has
problem.
to be both.
This is the problem with.
There
Like, y'all
has to be a
constantly need to be
balance.
validated and be told great things and shit. What have I told y'all? Like, you guys need to hear the truth. The problem is that you guys see you're
I'll
so
be
used to
scared of dating
you're
him
so,
like
you're
this.
so
It's
used to
insane.
getting coddled and being told comforting lies that even if I say
I didn't-
objective truths,
I'm
you
not
don't like
saying-
it. If I
Yeah.
criticize men, right, and I say whatever, you don't see the chat saying I hate. Like, that's the biggest difference, because I criticize men all the time and I say negative things about them. But if you criticize women just one bit, you hate women. But I stated an objective fact. Nothing I said was incorrect or not factual.
I never said that the age thing was wrong. I said that
that's
from the
what prompted
beginning.
you.
The fertile thing.
I was
he's
just
right about
saying
that.
in
That's what
general.
prompted you to ask that
Everything
rhetorical
else.
question, though.
And when it comes to the fertility, I kind of feel like not a lot of people in society want to have kids as much as they used to.
Especially you.
Women overwhelmingly want children.
I'm confused. How
Well,
is that
women, I'm talking about men. You know how you said, okay, men, they probably.
But that's
they
not what
want,
we're addressing.
Well, you said that men, they probably want younger women more
Yes.
because they're fertile.
Yes.
But I'm
Yeah.
like, do men even want kids anymore? Or do people even want kids as
Some
much
women
as they
don't want
used
kids.
to?
Exactly.
Look, man, if I line up 100
Your
chicks,
mom.
if I want, if I line up,
Like, you're just getting on me.
if
for
I line
what?
up 100 women, 90 of them are gonna want children. So guess what?
I'm
if
not
you want
saying
children,
women. Like,
but-
do men?
Yo, whether men want to have
fuck?
children, right, or not, is not really relevant to the question, because the question is, what do men find attractive, right? That was her whole argument. I'm telling you that men look for traits in women that tend to deal with youth, okay? There's a reason why women wear makeup to get rid of the wrinkles. There's a reason why women do surgeries to lift up their breasts and their. There's a reason why women go to the gym and do all these things. If you look at the whole female beautification economy, it's all based in turning back the clock to make you look younger. If you actually
Can
think
I
about
tell you
it.
something? That's younger
What?
women. get their bodies done to look like my body, which is natural.
I mean,
so
that's not the argument.
No, but you said
That's not the fucking argument.
You just said to look young, but these girls
Holy
are putting
shit.
boobs to look like me, and I have natural boobs and ass.
That's
So
not the
ageable.
argument. That's
But you
not
just
the
said
argument.
we like to look.
That's not
what
the argument. Thank you. Like, do you see the craziness right now?
No, what you're talking about specifically,
They're
is not what
attracted.
he's
You
saying.
said they're more attracted to younger girls, but the younger girls are trying to make bodies like mine.
No,
Bro.
they're trying to
Bro.
attract men.
Yo,
Look,
I'm telling you.
It is 12 o'clock at night.
That's okay. Then if it's 12 o'clock at night and you don't have the ability to respond accordingly to what I'm actually saying.
You keep talking. You
Yo,
keep
leave,
talking.
man.
Yo,
Fuck, man.
you know, so what I'm saying is that men have always been attracted to the traits that symbolize youth in women. Long hair, their own hair, being in shape, slim waist, breasts that are supple and set up. Like, this is what men are attracted to, and these tend to be in younger women, okay? So you're saying, do men even want kids? That's not the point. Men are attracted to women that look like they can bear kids.
Yep.
You see the difference?
Yeah, I do.